In today's video, I want to go over some excellent free updates that are coming to PlayStation 4 titles, an update to the free-to-play game in Dauntless, and also the excellent platformer in Celeste is getting Chapter 9 Farewell. That update will be dropping September 9th and looks incredibly exciting. And also, I do want to round out the video by taking a look at some great PlayStation 4 game deals available right now. Rage 2, which just released about 4 months ago, is already down to $19.99, a used copy, but still, that is a fantastic deal. A great deal on Soul Calibur 6 and Hymno also dropped on the PlayStation 4. It's available cheap, and there is a launch discount as well. I want to talk a little bit about that game at the end of this video, but first up, let's highlight the two free updates. The update already available is Dauntless with update 0.9.3. The official Dauntless website noted this Thursday, September 5th, which was yesterday, we'll be delivering our latest patch to Dauntless. This update includes a long-awaited update to loadouts, a crisp rework of our crafting interface, and the introduction of an unusual exotic, the Twin Sun Repeater. They noted, for the love of loadouts, have you ever gone into a hunt with the wrong set of cells, brought a blaze grenade to a blaze patrol, run out of time to retransmog your armor, completely forgotten to plug in a mod? Then Slayer, this is the update for you. Our new loadout slot system lets you save and swap between up to 15 customizable loadouts, so that's awesome, making it easier to quickly equip the gear and hard-earned transmogs that you need for your hunts. Each slot saves your weapon, armor cells, mods, transmogs, and more. Outside of that, crafting gets clearer. Upgrading a piece of gear should be a challenge, but not because you can't figure out what you need. With this update, we've spelled out the exact ingredients for each first-time craft and subsequent upgrades, as well as where to get them. You may also notice two highly requested additions to the gear list on the left: item levels and cell slot types. These new indicators should make it easier to get a quick read on your gear collection and choose what to craft next. We've also gone a step further and updated the way that we show certain item states. A piece of gear that's ready to upgrade now has up-facing arrows behind it, while an item that requires more materials or mastery will display a dark, inactive background. Finally, if you get your gear all the way to 15, you'll see it marked with a triumphant gold star. They also note updates to exotic wares. You've matched Stairs with the Hunger, you felt the heat of Molten Edict, now witness the power of the Twin Suns Repeaters. Our first ever set of exotic repeaters turns up the boom with a new kind of ammo, mag bombs. These strategic explosives cling to a behemoth and can be detonated in mass for a huge burst of damage. Load them up, pull the trigger, and watch the damage numbers pile up. And lastly, they know farming for exotic blueprints isn't every Slayer's cup of tea, so we decided to try something different with the Twin Suns Repeater. Starting with our update to 0.9.3, you'll be able to acquire this new exotic from Lady Luck's shop, the Lucky Break. Like other crafted weapons, they'll start at level 1 and can be upgraded all the way to level 15. Also, like other weapons, upgrades will be limited by the materials you currently have access to. Slayers can pick up the Twin Suns exotic repeaters for 1,000 steel marks, so all of those updates are coming and they're already available right now. A lot of this is just UI updates, but I think overall it is a nice update to Dauntless, which I think has been a relatively good free-to-play experience. I know for a lot of people they much prefer Monster Hunter, and given that Monster Hunter World Iceborne drops today, maybe not the best day to cover it, but nonetheless, for those of you guys that do want to stick to the free-to-play experience, Dauntless does get a pretty nice update, and it's available right now. Moving on from that, Celeste, an awesome platformer. This game is tremendous. Chapter 9 Farewell update will be launching on September 9th. Celeste will add its 9th chapter, dubbed Farewell, via a free update on all platforms on September 9th. That was announced by developer Extremely OK Games. Chapter 9 includes over 100 new levels, bringing the game's total to over 800 levels, over 40 minutes of new music from Lena Raine, several brand new mechanics and items. Extremely OK Games also confirmed that with Chapter 9 finished and ready for release, the limited run game's physical edition of Celeste will soon enter production. The studio had been waiting on producing physical copies as to have all of the game's content available on the disc or the cartridge if you get it on Nintendo Switch. So that is awesome. This is easily DLC that they could charge, $5 or $6 for, whatever the case may be, but they are adding 100 new levels to Celeste absolutely free, and Celeste is a tremendous platformer. It's a game that I've recommended so many times. It is a little bit challenging, however, it's engaging all the same, and if you're into platformers, if you're into challenging games, do give Celeste a look because it's awesome. It was received incredibly well, and it released all the way back in January of 2018, and it's not like this is a game that got a ton of buzz and a ton of attention, but it was received received incredibly strongly. IGN gave it a 10 out of 10. The Steam reviews are insanely strong, and I believe on Metacritic it's close to a 90 score. So yeah, you can see it's pretty awesome. Typically does go for $19.99. I've seen it on sale a couple times, but even at $19.99, it's absolutely worth it. And given the updates that have been rolled out for the game and Chapter 9 Farewell coming, you should drop your $19.99 on it. Or if you do want to wait for, you know, a 25-50% off discount, I'm not going to hold it against you. But extremely okay games definitely have earned your cash on this one. And lastly, I do want to round out the video by taking a look at some great PS4 game deals available right now. Rage 2 is available for $19.99 on GameFly. Now, this was a game that released back in May of this year, and it's a game I was a little bit mixed on. I do think overall there's more good than bad with Rage 2. Rage 2, if you're going into the game expecting a great narrative, immediately just abandon ship. This is a game, an open world shooter that you go into for the gameplay, and the gameplay is incredibly satisfying. There's a ton of content here. They've kept the game decently updated by adding more content. However, I never really thought the game was worth a full $59.99. Now at $19.99, however, definitely worth the price of admission. And again, it's available at GameFly. It is a used copy. Essentially what GameFly does is they'll rent these games out to people that are subscribed to GameFly, and then once they've exhausted kind of the mass rental appeal that happens at launch, then they'll start selling away some copies. They always work really well, and it's $19.99 with free shipping, so that is a great buy. Okay, also, Soul Calibur 6 Standard Edition is available for $19.93 over on Amazon. Great deal for Soul Calibur 6, and in my opinion, this is one of the best fighting games that have been released this generation, and that says a lot considering we've had Injustice 2, we've had Dragon Ball FighterZ, Mortal Kombat 11 was very good, albeit the microtransaction stuff initially. Soul Calibur 6 has been really good. In-depth customization here. Geralt of Rivia is in the game, and maybe that's why I'm a little bit more biased towards it, considering Geralt is an awesome character. And to see him featured prominently in Soul Calibur 6, featured on the box art, obviously that's going to be a cool thing for Witcher fans, but the gameplay is solid. And if you want a quality fighter on the cheap, Soul Calibur 6 for $19.99 is really good, so do give that a look. And lastly, I do want to note that Hymno is available 20% off for $3.99 as a part of its launch special. Now, this dropped back on September 3rd. It's actually a free-to-play game on PC, so if you have Steam and you have a lower-end PC, you can play it for free on there. However, if you do want it on PlayStation 4, it's $3.99, and it's a game that is a non-violent game. No death platformer, use wall jumps, slides, and dashes to reach new heights in randomly generated maps. It's very soothing. It's got some great presentation, and if you've been exhausted by games like Sekiro, games like Souls, games that are a little bit more challenging, Hymno is a game to really divert your attention and give you something a little bit different. If you want something to contrast Celeste a little bit, Hymno is absolutely that game, and for $3.99 as a part of its launch special, I do think it's a good buy. Again, if you do have a PC, even a lower-end PC, you can download Steam and you can try out Hymno for free. And if you enjoyed on there, maybe you want to drop your $3.99 and get it on PlayStation as well. This price and special is going to last until September 17th at 11 a.m., so I did want to make note of that. And that's going to conclude this video. Again, Dauntless gets a very nice update. Celeste is going to get an awesome update with Chapter 9 Farewell, over 100 new levels being added, so north of 800 levels in totality for the game, and for 20 bucks, that's an awesome buy. Great deal on Rage 2, Soul Calibur 6, and Hymno as well. Links to those deals will be in the description box below. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.